Alright, so have you ever wondered why China is the world's largest manufacturer? Or why China's products are so cheap? And what is China's strategy of gaining such a large market dominance? I'm sure the questions like this may sound very fascinating to you, but trust me, the answer to these are even more interesting. This is exactly what we are going to tell you in today's episode of Detox. So if you've reached till here, then I hope you're going to be with me till the end of the video. So before we start, a quick disclaimer to our audiences. We spend a significant amount of time gathering facts and detail for our videos. So we look forward to have a feedback for the same. So if you think we missed out on any topics, then do let us know in the comment section. So without wasting any time, let's dive in. Before we answer these questions, it's really important to know the sectors that China contributes, and it might be very surprising to many, but it's true. China is the world's largest aluminium producing nation with over 33 million tons that accumulates to 50% of the world. It is also the largest coal producing nation that caters around 3474 million tons every year. It contributes more than 50% of the global steel production. Well, the list is long, and if you wish to know all of it, then do let us know in the comment section. Anyways, the main sector in China are mining and processing of ores, construction of machines and ornaments, textiles and clothing, petroleum, cement, chemical products, fertilizers, consumer goods including footwear, toys and electronics, food processing. Next, what has China given to the world? Well, I'm sure not many of us would know that, but at the end of this video, you can literally flaunt this knowledge to your friends. So, what is it? Well, it's paper, printing blocks, kites, lock and key, will card with sale, paper currency, and endless day-to-day items such as back scratcher. See, I told you. Alright, so now we are moving to some great deal because this question now is going to give you a whole lot of idea about why China is the world's biggest manufacturer. We all have heard, or at least allowed our subconscious to give it a thought, that China's economy thrives as a manufacturing powerhouse, and the nation's product seems to be everywhere. Almost all tags, labels, and stickers on a lot many goods indicate that they are made in China. So you might wonder, why the heck is everything made in China? Well, the obvious answer would be the abundance of cheap Chinese labor that brings down the production cost. Well, there's much more to it. Apart from the low labor cost, China has become the world's factory. Now to answer this, we have accumulated 5 such reasons that would just answer the right chord. Number 1. Low wages. 1.4 billion people makes China the most populous country in the world. The law of supply and demand tells us that since the supply of workers is greater than the demand for low-wage workers, wages stay low. Moreover, the majority of Chinese were rural and lower middle class or poor until the late 20th century when the internal migration turned the country's rural-urban distribution upside down. These immigrants to industrial cities are willing to work many shifts for low wages. As of January 2020, Shanghai's minimum hourly rate is $3.16 per hour or $355.7 a month. In Shenzhen, the rate is $315.55 per month. That gives us $2.91 per hour based on an exchange rate of 1 yuan equals to $0.14. The huge labor pool in China helps to produce in bulk, thus accommodating any seasonal industry requirement and even cater to sudden rises in the demand schedule. Second is the business ecosystem. Industrial production depends highly on networks of suppliers, component manufacturers, distributors, government agencies, and customers who are involved in the process of production. For example, Shenzhen, a city bordering Hong Kong in the southeast, has evolved as a hub for the electronics industry. It has cultivated an ecosystem to support the manufacturing supply chain, including component manufacturers, low-cost workers, a technical workforce, assembly of suppliers, and customers. American companies like Apple take advantage of China's supply chain efficiencies to keep their costs low and margins high. Foxconn Technology Group, a Taiwan-based manufacturer of electronics, has multiple suppliers and manufacturers of components that are at nearby locations. For many companies, it's economically unfeasible to take the components to US to assemble the final product. Well, the list doesn't just end to Apple. It also includes Indian brands like Micromax and Lava, who have the facilities settled in China for the ecosystem that China promotes. Next is the low compliance. The manufacturers in the West are expected to comply with certain basic guidelines with regards to child labor, involuntary labor, health and safety norms, wage laws, and protection of the environment. Unlike the West, China's factories do not follow much of the laws and guidelines that complies with child labor and any other safety norms for that matter. Earlier, China's factories have employed child labor, induced long shifts, and have not provided the workers with compensation insurance. Some factories even have policies where the workers are paid once a year, a strategy to keep them from quitting before the year is out. Faced with endless criticism, the Chinese government has claimed to institute reforms that protect workers' rights and provide a fairer compensation. However, compliance with the rules in many industries is low. and change has been slow. Additionally, the environment production laws are deliberately ignored, enabling Chinese factories to cut down on waste management cost. Alright, so next is the tax and duties. The export tax policy rebate was introduced in 1985 by China in order to accelerate the effectiveness of the competition of its export by removing the double taxation on exported goods. Exported goods were subject to 0% value added tax, meaning they enjoyed a VAT exemption or rebate policy. Well, additionally, consumer products from China were exempted from any import taxes. Next is the currency. It's not been long that China has been accused of artificially depressing the value of yuan to provide an edge for its export against the similar goods produced by the US competitors. A country usually devalues its own currency for three basic reasons. First, to boost exports. Second, to shrink the trade deficits. Third, to reduce the sovereign debt burdens. China has been keeping a check on the appreciation of yuan by buying dollars and selling yuan. The yuan was estimated to be undervalued by 30% against the dollar in late 2005. In 2017, the yuan appreciated 8% against the dollar. Alright, so that's an end to this video. I know, that's too much of information. And trust me, it's not even half of it. So do let us know about your thoughts on it. And yeah, it's amazing to see and understand the strategy of the world's second largest economy, right? So for more such informative stuffs, do check out our Instagram page. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Please do hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Till the next, we will see you soon. Bye bye and take care.